Hi everybody, this is a quick video about some of my observations with the Delta Model 422061 glass frameless surround. Actually, the surround was already put in, it was roughed in. I'm not the contractor, but he put in the basin and the walls, and then the glass surround I'm putting in, save a little bit of money. Everything went well up until the point where it tells you to install the door. And the one thing you need to be aware of is on the door, on the instructions, it doesn't tell you how to orient the door. On the video on the Delta website, the girl suggests peeling the sticker off that tells you the door orientation. This had no sticker. So they've quit putting the sticker on. You just had to go by the instructions. It does tell you need two people to do it, because this is a pretty heavy door, 1/4 inch tempered glass. But if you look at this second illustration, it almost looks like those set screws go on the outside, and they don't. They actually go on the inside. You have to go by that top picture. And sure enough, I've got that oriented right. I didn't the first time. You can check if it's on right by looking at the bottom of the door and making sure that manufacturer stamp reads correctly on each panel on the outside, which it does. If this goes on the wrong way, the door actually sits out 1/4 inch. So when you install this bottom gasket and go to close the door, it won't hit that bottom door jamb like this, okay? I went ahead and installed all these gaskets. The gasket that goes on the one of the panels opposite the opening does have little notches in there. Everything lines up. That went in okay. The pictures say, press it in all the way, which I did. I put the one on the door, which it tells you to line it up so that it touches the bottom, which it does. Don't let it overlap. Just let it touch, just like that. And then the bottom piece, you can see in the instructions, it tells you to trim that little piece off so that the edge sits right next to the door gasket. So that bottom gasket goes all the way. And you can see now that my door's on right, that plastic little overhang hits that. And the intention there is to prevent leaks. Here's the problem with this door gaskets that they gave us. On the inside door gasket, I've pushed it in all the way like it said. And you can clearly see in the instructions. On the outside one, you push it in all the way. On the inside one, you push it in all the way. On all of them. But look what happens if I try to close the door. It will not stay. It's as if the magnets don't catch. And I thought, well, maybe I didn't put enough space between the left and right stationary panels. However, these brackets up here, the top and the bottom, have set pre-drilled holes. So you basically just line it up, put the screws in and tighten it. They're not adjustable, so that width between those two is set no matter what, which is kind of good because that way your door will fit. Well, supposedly, but I still get this problem. Here's the problem. This gasket sits in too far by about 1/4 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that off all the way down, and then I'm going to just let it be in that far, which is only about not even hardly 1/4 inch. Enough to stick, but I'll show you what it looks like all the way down. Okay, so I've taken that off. I've installed it so the gasket overlaps that fixed panel by just 1/4 inch. And you can see it's just barely enough so it hangs on. I mean, it does stay, but if somebody was to get in the shower and grab that, it's going to pull off. However, with it in that position, sticking out an extra 1/4 inch or so, Look at that. It gives a nice tight magnetic fit. You can even hear it catch all the way around. You can see on the bottom, there's a nice seal there where that sits against that metal bracket. On the inside when it's closed, you can see nice seal. This is what it's supposed to do. So I'm going to contact Delta tomorrow and see if they've got a new kit that will resolve this problem. Again, I'm not sure why this is still a problem because the comments on the Home Depot site and the Delta site suggest this has been going on for years. The number one complaint is leaking. And from what I can tell, if they would redesign these seals or these gaskets to line up so the magnets lined up exactly at that angle, they're kind of at an angle and fit nicely, it would get a seal. So I'll post a follow-up, let you know what Delta says. Otherwise, this is a beautiful enclosure. Impressed so far. Obviously, we still need to finish the trim kit and get this working, but other than that, it seems to be well built. So I'll let you know what happens.